HGTV welcomes you to the following presentation of Grizzlies High School Sports.
Hey Grizzly fans, welcome to Game 2, our home opener here in Goffstown, where the Goffstown Grizzlies take on the Green Wave of Dover. Last week, the Green Wave met a formidable match with Winnacunnet with a score of 55-0. They certainly met a buzzsaw. They're going to have their work cut out, we think, tonight versus the Goffstown Grizzlies. Grizzlies had a fantastic game. Not only a game, but it was a message. It was a message to the state. It was a message to D1. We took the defending state champs all the way to the wire, 26-20, with 1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter. In fact, we're going to start off with the defense. The machine, Ian Ruthia, led the team with 11 tackles, 2 sacks. Cam Bond added a sack. Justin Warner added a sack. 5 tackles for Justin Warner. The team played great on defense. Again, we're a little bit smaller on the lines, whether it's the offense or the defense, so certainly the good technique is going to have to make up for a little bit of the size differential. But the speed from which these Ian Ruthia had, Justin, Cam, they really showed that they could get to put pressure right on that quarterback and really make Rob Law, a returning senior for Concord, have to make some quick decisions. Talk about returning seniors that Concord, the defending state champs, had. They had 22 seniors coming back. They had 16 juniors coming back. Just that is a football team, folks. Goffstown just simply doesn't have the numbers to match up, but we certainly had the ferocious attitude, and we certainly had the gamemanship and the technique and the discipline to compete and show the whole state in Division I that we can certainly compete with the defending state champs. Looking at the defense again, they held the Tide scoreless for 2 quarters. When you look talking about 2 all-state players for Concord, you're looking at number 8, Sude, their lead running back, and their lead quarterback, Rob Law. They were coming back again with 22 seniors and 16 juniors. To keep them scoreless for 2 straight quarters is simply an amazing feat. Coach Huff said it's nice that we're starting to compete. It's nice that we're having these close games, but we need to go over the next step. We need to finish these games, and we need to win these close games. It's nice that now we're being competitive, but we need to take that to the next level, and we really need to show the rest of Division I what we're truly made of. On the defensive side, the coach said that basically he was a little disappointed with the pass coverage. We had 2 key turnovers. One of them was a pick 6. That certainly hurts, and one of them certainly was an interception right very late towards the end of the game. Again, held them down to the last minute, and it was a tie game. Looking at the offense, where else do we start but Matt Collins? Super job. Simply amazing with Matt Collins, what he did, marching that team down the field. As, again, we say backup quarterback, it doesn't do Matt enough justice. When we say backup quarterback, it sounds like it's a disparaging remark, but when you think about it, the poor kid had no chance to take any drills, any snaps. He didn't practice all preseason at the quarterback position because he's a wide receiver. It's because of his intelligence, his discipline, and his athleticism that he was able to march the team down the field with passing well over 16 for 30 receptions with over 257 yards and a rushing touchdown as well. As the season is already short, but already we've seen injuries are a big component where Casey Gervais goes down, Matt steps in. Matt himself gets injured in the fourth quarter. Sophomore quarterback Nick Moquin steps in. The coach said it's all about preparation. You have to give Nick Moquin an awful lot of credit for being prepared and being able to step in when the team needed him the most. He marches the team down the field and finally ends up with a tying touchdown with a 2-yard run. Kudos to Nick Moquin. Let's talk on the receiving side of the ball. We had Big Tex, big wide receiver out on that far side. He was 4 for 5 with 46 yards. He certainly came alive in the second half of the game, so kudos to Big Tex. Christian Marquis, the Ginger Ninja, as he likes to be called, over 107 total yards on offense, 98 yards receiving. The kid is a weapon. He kind of filled into that slot position. Look out for Christian today to really take that slot position right across the middle of the field and gain some big yards on this young defense that Dover has today. Look for a more conditioned team out of the Grizzlies today. I had the opportunity to talk to Coach Huff. Last week, if you remember, we were all in shorts. There were a lot of people in T-shirts. It was an awful warm night at 7, 8, 9 o'clock into the night, still temperatures in the 80 degrees. A lot of players were winded. A lot of players had to take some breaks. He said they wanted to focus this week on the conditioning of the team, look for a much more conditioned team so that they can run faster plays to keep this young defense in check with Dover, and it's going to certainly give the Grizzlies the best chance possible to become victorious today. Around the league last night, just some quick little wrap-up scores. We had Bedford over Portsmouth, big win, 37-7. Memorial, big win over Manchester Central, 34-8. Concord, big win over Winnicott, 33-21. Salem, monster win, 40-0 over Keene. And Londonderry takes a 2-0 lead for the season over Timberland, 35-14. Fans, I'm the voice of the Grizzlies. I'm Al Potvin. As always, behind the camera is Jeff Ruthier. Look forward to a great matchup today against the Green Wave of Dover. Tune in and be on the lookout. We're having 2 live broadcast games this season, and we'll catch you at the stadium. Take care. Welcome, Grizzly fans, to our home opener here against the Green Wave of Dover. Your hometown Goffstown Grizzlies, after a disappointing loss, close game against Concord last week, 26-20. And Dover met a buzzsaw, 55-0 loss to Winnicott. We're joined today, as always, behind the camera with Jeff Ruthier, and on my right, color commentator is Mike Shaughnessy. We'll introduce you, Mike, in a minute. Right over to Christian Marquis. Christian Marquis heads right up to the middle. Oh, he's wrapped up. Brought right down, right at about the 34, 33-yard line. So as I was saying, our special guest today is Mike Shaughnessy, part of the undefeated season state champs in 1965 of Manchester Memorial. Mike, welcome.
Thank you, Al. It's great to be here. I'm excited about what's happening here at Goffstown, and their almost win last week, and we're looking forward to them to put a lot of numbers on the board today.
Oh, I expect big things, especially from number 21, Connor Bork. He missed last week for personal matter. And Casey Gervais, nice to have him back in the quarterback position. He was out with a shoulder injury. Casey Gervais set back in the shotgun. Connor Bork on his left. It's a keeper. Right out to Christian Marquis on the flat. Makes a move. He's got some side room. He's got some opening. He's going to make it. Only number 29 to catch. That's Christian Marquis. Oh, just pushed out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Big run, big gain. Expect that all day today from Christian Marquis, and it's going to really open up the running game, I think, Mike, for Connor Bork.
You know what, Al? I noticed the quarterback. What a great fake, and he fooled the defense, threw the ball wonderfully, and the back made a great run.
He's reputation of being very calm and composed in the pocket. Casey Gervais taking the snap. Oh, right to Connor Bork. Can't twist out of that one. The Green Wave just crashed down right on top of him like he's at Long Sands Beach, Mike, over in York, Maine. That wave came right down. Led by number 66, that's Dylan Russell, 5'10", 200-pound for the Green Wave.
It looked like a tsunami hitting Connor Bork on that one,
it
right,
did.
Al?
He wasn't coming out of that one.
No. There wasn't any pipe for him to come out.
Nothing. Let's go, D-line! Casey Gervais set back. Connor Bork to his left. Casey to throw. Oh, pass intended for number 81. That's Big Tex, Paul Teixeira. Paul, really came alive last week, Mike, at the second half of the game last year.
Yep.
4 for 5 with over 50 yards receiving. What a big impact player. He just kind of spreads it out, and he's a big body out there.
Well, it's almost as if he's a tight end in a wide receiver,
yep.
which is a great compliment to the fact that he has very good speed.
Grizzlies 3rd down and 12. Casey over the middle. Oh, intended for Christian Marquis. Sam Sharon was there, almost had that deflection. But Mike, there is laundry on the field. We're gonna have a penalty here.
He turned him. I could see that the D-back turned him. He had his left arm on his back and turned him a little bit before that the wide receiver received it. That's a tough call, but the referees are right on the spot.
That's going to be on Dover. Should be a first down. First and goal for the Grizzlies. This is quick action. We're talking 1 minute and 5 seconds into the game. The Grizzlies are right on the 1-yard line. Are they on the 1, Mike? Well, actually, the ball's on the 6. It was a 5-yard penalty. Casey takes the snap. It's a keeper on his own. He has a hole, being dragged down by number 14. That's Brandon Prue. Wow, Brandon Prue, 6'2", 162. On the offensive side of the ball, he's a wide receiver, but that's a big body to have on defense.
Well, that's a big body running with the football, and Casey Gervais is not an easy guy to bring down.
Looks like the Grizzlies going to settle for 4th and 6. Looks like we're going to go for some 3 points on the board. The extra or the field goal is being attempted by number 52. That's Samuel Heiderich. It's up, and it's good.
Nice
Grizzlies strike first, put 3 points on the board. You know, Mike, it's not always just about touchdowns, whether it's running or receiving, but it's just points on the board in time of possession. And from the way it looked right there, it seems as though there's going to be a lot of scoring in a lot of different positions today.
Yes, Al, and I think the offense marched right down the field, gives them a little bit of confidence, a little bit of rhythm, and now they're going to bring their defense out and see what they can do against Dover.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Mike, I'll make a prediction. This defense is going to have a lot of fun today on the field. As small as a team as the Grizzlies are, Mike, you're looking at the sidelines and looking at the players on the field, the Grizzlies match up very well against this Green Wave of Dover.
I can see that. And this number 6 for Dover, his name is
Dwayne Gordon.
6 foot, 180 pounds. It wouldn't surprise me to see this kid fly once he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, he's reminiscent of Leo Shadday over in Concord.
Al, there isn't much wind today. I don't see much wind. It's a little bit cool, but there's not much wind, and the rain is held off. So
nice day for football.
It really is. This is a New England football weather day.
Grizzlies kick off. Grizzlies right down on the attack. Boy, they really, the Green Wave just had nowhere to go. Nice pressure, nice special teams, and one of the last ones to come up on the tackle there is number 21, Connor Bork again. So Mikey plays both sides of the ball.
Nice. And Al, that's what the buzzword is in college football, and I'm sure in high school, it's a swarming defense. Everybody just wants a piece of the ball carrier, and they did it that time.
Okay, we have the quarterback as Jack Priester. 6'3", 170 is the quarterback for the Green Wave. High snap, handed right off, but nowhere to go right away. That's Timmy Como. Folks, for those of you who have been watching, Timmy Como, part of the Como Crunch, was a defensive end, number 80 if you're tracking him. Today, his number has changed. He's number 58. He's now playing as a tackle position. Coach was looking at some game film, and Mike, quite honestly, he's seeing him get right in there, and whether it's on offense or defense, he's a big force on the line.
They look terrific on that play. The running back had no room to move.
Jack Priester. Pass is complete to number 6. There's your Dwayne Gordon at 6 foot 180. They're trying to advance the ball. They pick up about, I'd say, 5 yards on the play.
That was a heck of a tackle by Justin Warner.
Yep.
And, to make a tackle like that, open field, if he misses that tackle, that guy goes 80 yards or something down the sideline for a touchdown.
To Priester's right is number 22. That's Nathan Stegman, the running back. High snap again. Quarterback keeps it. No, it's right around to the side to number 29. That's Vinny Panetta. I think we're going to see the majority of the handles with the ball with Nathan Stegman and Vinny Panetta today. 4th and 2 for the Green Wave. Ball is on the 34-yard line. Christian Marquis set back to receive for the Grizzlies. Looks like we'll get some nice field position. Oh, they're back there quick. Wow, what pressure on that punter. The ball virtually just barely makes it across midfield. Yeah, that actually hit number 14 in the leg there. That was a live ball. That's Brandon Prue.
I was watching the punter, and he got hit by some Goffstown players, but they must have touched the ball because they didn't throw a flag.
Yeah, Mike, looking at the trajectory of that ball went straight up. Didn't have any real distance on that whatsoever.
I mean, they knocked him down, so to me, they probably touched the ball somehow. And when you do that, then it doesn't become.
Or are you saying that we got away with one, Mike?
No. No. What I'm saying is they probably did touch the ball, and then they hit the punter, which is okay, and there wouldn't be any flag.
Goffstown spread out with Big Tex on the left, Justin Warner on the right, Christian Marquis in the slot position, and now we have number 9. That's Brock Hines, far right. Gervais steps back, quick pass over to Connor Bork, out on the side, has a lot of room.
Gone.
No one's going to touch
He's
him.
gone.
No one's going to touch Connor Bork. It's going to be like this all day for Connor Bork and Casey Gervais. Touchdown. Welcome back, Connor Bork. Glad to have you back. Big run there for the Grizzlies, Mike. That's one play. Like I said, I think we're going to see a lot of opportunity for some younger players for the Grizzlies to get into this game. This is going to be a big one for the Grizzlies.
You know, this is a big-time play that they just pulled, and you're seeing that a lot in college, and you're seeing it in the pros, where the quarterbacks are throwing. They want multi-dimensional backs that can touch the ball, run, and also receive.
Extra point is up, and it's good. Grizzlies on the board, 10-0 over the Green Wave of Dover. Just under 8 minutes remaining here in Goffstown in the first quarter.
You know, getting back to that comment, when you can get one of your best players running with the ball, getting the touches behind the line of scrimmage, it's almost like Canadian football, where the offense is moving before even the snap.
So they got a man in motion.
And they got a
you
guy
got a lot
in
of
motion.
momentum.
Exactly. And this is almost the same thing where you have a back, and he's just about turning, and Casey threw him a very nice pass right, and he caught him in stride.
Yeah.
And the defense was set up to set maybe for one of the wide receivers, but coming out of the backfield. And how tall is Connor Bork at?
Oh, he's probably maybe 5'5", 5'6".
Yeah, so
yeah,
they're not even seeing him on the defense come out of the backfield.
No, and you know, one thing about Casey is when he takes those couple steps back, even under pressure, Mike, he's really he's calm, he's composed,
Yeah.
and then you have someone like Connor Bork in the open field, and you give him running room, it's going to be very hard for any team to try to tackle Connor. Grizzlies set to kick. Handled by the Green Wave. Dragged down by the machine, Ian Ruthier. Nice tackle. The Green Wave will be first and 10 at about the 36, 37-yard line.
Nice tackle. Really nice tackle.
You're going to see that Ian is fundamentally, technically a very sound tackler. He wraps him up, gets his arms fully around the legs, fully around the waist, and then drags him down. At this age, Mike, you see a lot of kids just trying to bump, and they think it's enough.
I couldn't agree with you more, Al. You know, that was a fine tackle, and that's the way you should tackle.
Green Wave set back. A lot of men in motion. Yeah, there's too many men in motion there. The ball goes nowhere. Actually, a loss of about 2 yards on that play. Let's see what that laundry is all about.
Looks like it's on the
Yeah,
offense.
it's going to be on Dover. That's false start. There was awful lot of people moving on that play, Mike.
False start against the Green Wave.
Dover needs a first down. They're in the hole. They're down 10-0. You know,
We're only 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah,
Well, 5 minutes.
and they're on what, their 35-yard line, and they need some sort of momentum here, some sort of small plays that get them some yards. They get second and about 12.
Yep, second and 12, ball on the 35. You know, the Grizzlies they do have that swarming defense. So we have Priester set back. On his right is number 22, Nathan Stegman.
They blitzed.
Priester right there, pass complete. Pickup, but, you know, ripped right down to the ground. There's a lot of bodies right there. The first one looked like it was number 55. Is that 55 coming up? 55 and 75 on that play. That's Cam Bond on that tackle. Assisting on the play was Joe Small, and we like to joke that Joe Small is not really indicative of his name.
Yeah.
Let's go, Priester! Come on, Jack!
Priester and Stegman set back. Whoop. Oh.
Hard count. Nice play by the quarterback. Caught the Grizzlies a little bit too aggressive there.
I think they're a little anxious.
Well, not so much anxious. They they're aggressive, and the quarterback got him. When you have an aggressive defense like that, you use
Yeah.
a hard count.
Sure,
That
and it
just
catches them.
And that's what happened.
Well, they were on the Grizzlies are on the toes. They were getting ready to pounce, and
And Dover knows that they need this first down.
2 yards to go, third down, just at the 45. Priester in the shotgun, looking back for a signal here. High snap again. Quick pass out to the front. Oh, Sam
nice
Sharon,
move.
number 11,
Nice.
is right there. Great coverage on that play, Mike. I mean, he barely had time to catch that ball.
He's, a ball like that can be picked off, and it's
Oh.
a pick six.
And there's no one there.
And the quarterback did a good job to get it to him, but it's a dangerous play, and they're throwing the dice right at them. They're trying to find some weakness in the Grizzlies' defensive arsenal.
That was great coverage on the play.
Beautiful.
Number 87 for the Green Wave, set to kick, set to punt. That's Eric Stevens. Set back is none other than our Ginger Ninja, Christian Marquis. Great special teams player here with Christian.
Snap here. Good snap here.
Timeout called on the play, Dover.
Dover timeout on the play. Well, Mike, one thing, being able to talk to Coach Huff, this is certainly going to be a different game, different climate as far as temperature. He was a little disappointed with the conditioning last week. But, still at 8 o'clock, it was well into the 80s. And what he commented on was there were a lot of kids coming off the field needing breaks.
Yeah, I mean, this not only happens at this level, just making a comment about the New England Patriots in the blowout that they went through down in Miami. What wasn't said was the fact that it was high humidity. You got New England guys going down there and playing in that
Sure.
humidity. And in the second
It
half,
certainly
it
is an
showed.
impact, yeah.
Well, certainly in here as well with the young guys that no matter how good a shape they're in, humidity does take its toll.
Yep. Marquis set back for the Grizzlies. Looks like the Grizzlies will get some nice field position again. That was a nice snap. Oh, blocked again. Picking it up is Sam Sharon. That's a special teams touchdown. But on the block is Cam Bond. Cam Bond got back there so quick. That punter didn't even see any daylight. Great coverage.
Al, again, that was like a tsunami that came in and just swarmed that kicker. He had no chance whatsoever. The snap was good. His steps were good. Just the whole offensive line just let him in like a sieve.
Yeah, that was great. And Sam Sharon, Sam Sharon was the guy right on the far side close to us that got that quick tackle on that coverage. Good.
Yep.
Nice that it kind of pays off. Number 52 for the extra point. That's Samuel Heinrich, and that extra kick is good. Grizzlies take a 17-0 lead with 5 minutes 23 seconds remaining. Mike, in the first quarter.
It's going to be a long game for Dover, and unless something happens. But a game like this, in today's world, today's football world, anything can happen. Sometimes it starts raining or something. You just never know. And these are games, though, that you really like to get those players in that haven't had a lot of touches during the week.
Exactly.
And
And we already saw the coach put in a freshman, number 64, Adam Moses. Obviously, against Concord, I don't think I saw number 64 in the game. So we're already in the first quarter, and he's already able to throw some freshmen into the game.
And this is how you build your program, not only in the fact that they're going to get some reps on the field in game situations, but at the same time, the guys that are on the bench that during the week are doing the grunt work feel excited about the fact I can possibly play on this weekend. So, and you never know. Football's a game where people get injured, Al, and that's what you want to have guys step up.
Yep. Mike, do you have a 53 on? Oh, that is 52. That's Sam Heinrich. Okay, 52 is set to kick for the Grizzlies. Set back is number 6. Oh, boy. Just, again, nowhere to go. Looks like number 40. Is that 43? Ian the Machine Ruthia right in on that tackle. Or is that 45? Did you see who got that tackle, Mike? I think it was 43. Yeah, Ian Ruthia got that tackle.
Yeah.
Already we've seen some special teams plays. We've seen some defensive plays. And we've seen some offensive plays. This is going to be a good turnout. You know what I'd like to see, too, is maybe by the third or fourth quarter, we put in little Nick Moquin, who tied up the game against Concord, late defending state champs, marched the Grizzlies right down.
Be a great game to do it. I mean,
to give the third-string quarterback some reps here.
Absolutely. Dover's desperate here. They need a first down.
Priester set back. Quick pass over to Gordon. Number 6, he breaks the tackle. In on the tackle after he dodged one. That's number 9. That's Brock Hines. Now, interesting note, Brock Hines is the son of the coach Kurt Hines over at Bedford, who had the big game last night.
Right.
And, I think Coach Hines appreciates the Friday-Saturday matchup so that now at least he's here to watch his son be able to play.
There's nothing better than seeing your kid play, and also for the son to know his dad's in the stand.
Absolutely. Priester set back, high snap again for the Green Wave. Quick pass across the middle, broken up. Oh, Sam Sharon almost had another one. Sam Sharon, nice coverage on the play, broke up that pass.
Going back to not that play, but the play before, they had trips right, and they threw to the left to a single coverage man on the left, the wide receiver. And unless that defensive man tackles him, he can go the whole distance. So they almost pulled the same thing. They're doing something very similar. They're doing almost like a trips right.
Priester rolling to his right, rolling. Nowhere to go. Quick pass, 87. It's complete. The Green Wave get a first down as they cross midfield, just about the 46-yard line. That was a nice play. Number 87 for the Green Wave is Eric Stevens. Looks like a big, nice tight end there, and certainly at 6'2", 188, a little bit bigger than your average wide receiver.
Yeah, and he came across in the backside. His wide receivers on the right side cleared that area, and he came across. There was a linebacker on him, and he was wide open. Nice pass by the quarterback.
Priester back in the shotgun with Nathan Stegman to his left as they were over midfield for the first time in the first quarter with 4 minutes remaining. Quick pass over to Stegman. Oh, boy, he's met right away. Who got that first? That's number 9, Brock Hines. He was right there in the coverage right away. As soon as he had the ball, he had him right wrapped up.
Yeah, they weren't fooled by that at all.
No. That's Tim Como. That's part of the Como crunch. We're going to give Tim some credit for that tackle as well. Priester set back in the shotgun for the Green Wave right at midfield. Oh, high snap over his head. Priester just has to jump on that. Right on the coverage right away is Tim Como, number 58, and number 55, Cam Bond, on that coverage. That's nice. The Green Wave will take over at, looks like their 33-yard line. It's going to be a long, long first down.
Al, that snap went over his head and over his arms, his outstretched arms. He's 6'3". That ball had to be a good foot over his hand.
It almost looked like they were trying to work on something like a little miss snap there, like a wildcat or something.
Third and a mile here.
Yeah, 3rd and 32. That's Priester set back, taking a lot of steps back. He's going to have to heave this one. Oh, intercepted, number 55, Cam Bond. If he can, he tries to get stripped. He's going to make it.
No,
he's going right to the corner. Oh, and he zigzags. Look at the movement on that big fella. He's finally dragged down by the quarterback. Priester, finally, Jack
Cameron
Priester.
Bond.
Nice play. Big game already from Cam Bond.
I know.
A blocked punt, an interception. A lot of defensive moments here today.
He had some really nice zigs and zags there going down. I wouldn't say it was.
He doesn't quite move like Connor Bourke.
No, it's a little bit different than that, but he definitely put on a couple of dance steps there.
He sure did.
It's like some sort of a penalty here. Probably a clip or something.
Grizzlies take over at their 20, 1st and 10. Oh, so no touchdown. All right.
Yeah, must have been some
personal foul, 15 yards, because he was in by the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Must have been a personal foul. Casey Gervais set back in the shotgun with Connor Bork to his left. Casey, handoff to Connor Bork. Oh, boy, he's moving. He's going to go to the outside. If he gets to the corner, no one will touch him. Touchdown, second time he touched the ball. Connor Bork. Mike, he's touched the ball twice, and he scored twice. I told you, look out for Connor Bork today. Big game.
Al, I got to tell you, as I was watching him run the ball, 2 times he went into the line, and he jumped out both times.
He bounces out. He bounces out.
Almost a jump out.
We're going for 2 here, Mike. Casey Gervais keeps it, tries to wiggle his way in. Oh, did we not score on that, Mike? Did he step out of bounds?
I guess on the one inch
Yeah,
or 1
all right.
foot line. So
I guess. All right.
It'll be what, second?
All right, sorry, folks. We thought he was in the end zone, but that was on the far side. Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 2.
That Dover line is stout up the middle.
Casey keeps it himself. He's going to get in this time.
He's
He
in
walks
this
in.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. It was just a matter of time on that one.
Yeah.
Grizzlies strike again. We're going to probably go for the extra point here, make it 24-0, all in the first quarter. We're going to definitely see a lot of freshmen come in.
That's a big score. That's a big score.
For the extra point is number 52. That's Sam Heindrich. It's up, and it's good. Hey, he's 3 for 3, this kid.
And they're up by 4 scores. Up by 4 scores in the first period. This is where he can really work some of his younger players in there, give him some playing time.
Lots of options as a coach with this. You want to give some of the players, especially someone like Connor Bork, the ability to touch the ball. He missed the season opener against Concord for personal matters. You want to let the kid touch the ball a couple times, let him run with it. But as you said, you got to definitely throw in some freshmen, some sophomores, some underclassmen, and let them get comfortable with the game.
Al, talking about the Green Wave of Dover, and throughout the years, Dover's had a very good program. They weren't in the elite, but they definitely were very, very competitive. And I'm not sure what's happened this year, but I think 2 things are happening. I think those particular teams, like Dover and Portsmouth.
Yep.
When I was playing in high school, they were strong teams.
Sure.
Especially Portsmouth, but they don't have the Pease Air Force Base players. But Goffstown has definitely come up.
Set back for the Green Wave is Don Gordon. It's going right to Don. Takes it right to his left side. Great coverage on the play again. Boy, Mike, just at about the 20-yard line. Couldn't see quite who was on the coverage, but there were a lot of Grizzlies. You know what we call that? We call that a gaggle of Grizzlies on that play.
A gaggle of Grizzlies.
There's an awful lot of Grizzlies out there.
Usually that's
a gaggle of geese.
A geese.
All right. Well, we're calling. What do you call a bunch of Grizzlies? A pack? It's a good trivia question.
Mad. They play like they're mad. I mean, you got some big boys up front here.
Looks like we have a different running back, number 29 on this play. Oh, no, that's Vinny Panetta. High snap again to Vinny Panetta.
He had nothing.
Oh, yeah, nowhere to go. Somebody ripped him down real quick. Number 58, that's Tim Como, part of the Como Crunch.
Al, when you see your entire offensive line standing up.
That's not a good sign.
After the snap of the ball, and you see no defenseman on the line down, you know something's wrong.
Yeah. Bad if you're on the offensive side of the ball, right?
As a running back, you don't want to see that.
Priester sets 2 steps back. He's under pressure by Ian Ruthier. Quick little pass. Oh, and it's complete.
Nice.
But he was hit hard. That was Cam Bond delivers a big hit. That was a nice hit. Adam, you're going to want to put that in the highlight. On the completion was number 22. That's Nathan Stegman for the Green Wave. But that was a nice. Again, you know what I've noticed this year more than last year? Fundamentally, these are good tacklers. They're hitting the body and they're wrapping their arms around.
If there's one thing I've seen at the high school level, especially locally, is their inability to be able to tackle, hold on, and bring them down, as opposed to arm tackle, shoulder tackle. And not using your head for safety reasons, but using your shoulder driving through the ball. And I've seen that numerous times from Goffstown.
Priester set back, takes 2 steps, stays in the pocket. Oh! And initially on the grab was Tim Como. Tim Como has to get a little bit of an assist on that sack. Really got in the pressure, but there was someone else right at the tail end to assist Timmy on that sack for a loss of yards again for the Green Wave.
And now the defenseman, I forget who the tackler was, but he almost had his hand on the ball.
Yeah.
And he almost caused a fumble. I mean, that's another step in maturity as a defensive player to slap the hand, because he had it with one hand.
You know, already we're seeing instead of Christian Marquis, the senior setback is Frankie Diaz. Frankie had a nice touchdown last week against Concord.
Now, see, there's where you want to catch that ball right then and there.
Well, he has the speed. He's going to bounce around, too. If he can get around that, no, he's going to be driven down, right down. Frankie Diaz is taken down at about the 48-yard line by number 22. I believe that's Nathan Stegman for the Green Wave. Grizzlies will take over at the second quarter. This will pretty much end it with 2 seconds already in their offensive zone.
That'll be from the first down Grizzlies from the 41-yard line.
As a teaching point.
So you rather see him receive the ball than take the bounce?
Absolutely.
So step up, receive it, and
step
go.
it. I mean, as long as it's not like a left fielder coming in and trying to get the ball at his feet.
Right.
But he should come in to stop the ball from advancing any further and just call a fair catch.
Yep. Gervais set back in the shotgun. To his right is Connor Bork. Right over to Connor Bork. Right up the middle he goes, but he bounces out again, Mike. He bounces for the second time. Can he shake this guy? He shakes him at midfield. He's going to go around the far side. Oh! Big block! Christian Marquis with a big block on number 66. Adam, you have got to get that block on the highlight reel. That block was Christian Marquis on 66, Dylan Russell. That was a terrific, terrific open field block.
Al, 2 things. Number one is I thought that the Dover lineman actually grabbed Connor Bork by the face mask and turned him, and I don't think they saw that. But you're right. I mean, nothing turns on the defense better. Or an offense, when you got an offensive guy coming around on a defensive guy and he can lay him flat.
Oh,
and
well,
exactly
Christian laid him flat, and that's a big body he laid flat. That was 66. 5'10", 200 pounds. Christian certainly is very athletic.
That's on the highlight film, and that's when, you know, in college, on Sunday nights we used to review the films.
Sure.
And when we'd see something like that,
the room goes crazy.
The room goes crazy.
Oh,
the
I'm
coaches
sure.
love it. I mean, and everybody's frothing at the mouth when you see those sorts of things. That's the sort of hit that really motivates.
Kind of sparks the offense and the defense.
Both. And what will happen, the friendly adversarial competition on the team will cause the offense to go to the defense and say, hey, hit like that.
Right.
And so now the defense says, okay, you know, they're on their toes. And, well, just to summarize, great first period for the Goffstown Grizzlies. They did it all in every aspect of the game: defense, offense, turnovers, special teams that were very good. I mean, it's awful hard to fault anything that they were doing. With Dover, they just could not get on track whatsoever.
All right, so already starting the second quarter, we have the sophomore quarterback, Nick Moquin, who tied the defending state champs last week. Nick Moquin right over to Connor Bork. Connor Bork is bouncing around, picks up about 5 yards on the play, brought down by number 69 for the Green Wave. That's Troy Panetta. Nice to see Nick in there. And you know what? Gives Casey a little rest for his shoulder as well.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to.
The last thing you want to do is have your quarterback go down against a team that you're up 24-0 after the first quarter.
Exactly. I mean, you got to be smart. Football's a physical game. And he just got his reps. If they use this like almost like a preseason game right now, they can get a lot of bodies in there.
Yep. Nick Moquin set back in the shotgun, takes a step back, quick pass, open up.
He's gone.
Oh, boy. That's number 8. That's Tyler Small. That's touchdown. I'm telling you, Nick Moquin, as a sophomore, coming in and playing with the big kids.
Al, let me make one observation here on the quarterback. His throw, his snap when he threw, it was like a catcher throwing down to second base.
Yep.
Just a quick snap, throw down to the receiver. The receiver caught it in stride, make one step,
And then he's gone.
caught the defenseman coming in against him, and that threw him off, and then
Yep.
he was gone.
What's nice to see about that, Mike, is sophomore to sophomore. So we're going to have, as opposed to junior with Casey at the quarterback, with Connor Bork both being juniors, we now have the future of the Grizzlies coming out with a nice little duo and tandem in play.
It's that sort of snap, that sort of wrist action where he quickly released the ball. That's the sort of thing that has kept Tim Tebow from playing in the NFL. He can't do what he just did.
The quick release.
The quick release.
Extra point for the Grizzlies is up once again, and that is good. Number 52, that's Samuel Heidenreich. Grizzlies 31-0 here with 11 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Yeah, that's correct, folks. It's not the fourth quarter. It's 31-0 with 11 minutes, 13 seconds in the second quarter.
Now here's a difficult decision for the coach for Goffstown, because no coach who's worth his salt wants to run up a score on anybody.
That's right.
But at the same time, you have to keep the momentum going, because games have been lost. Because
You'd be in
won
two lacks.
Yeah, two lacks. And there's a fine balance, Al, between
Yep.
the two.
Well, you know what he's doing is he's putting in the underclass. He's putting in the sophomores, putting in the freshmen. And if the freshmen and sophomores are scoring touchdowns, I say have at it.
Absolutely.
He's doing what
Yep.
he can.
Yes.
You put the underclassmen in. You let them make the best of it. Because you know what? They're just as hungry, whether they're on the Green Wave or whether they're on the Grizzlies. They want to get in the game.
You don't put a muzzle on them, that's for sure. On the seniors, the starters, you pull them out. You put in the other players that are learning the game, and if they actually do well, let them do well.
Yep.
That's the whole point. You're trying to build the program, and that's what happens.
Set to kick are the Grizzlies. We have Dwayne Gordon sent back to receive, as well as number 29, Vinny Panetta. That's Dwayne Gordon coming up the left side. Breaks the tackle. He's had some room. Nope. Oh boy. He's met by a lot of Grizzlies there. Number 40. There's a new name for us. That's Caleb Picard. He's a junior. Haven't seen his name against Concord or first time today. That's nice. Nice tackle on the special teams. Caleb.
Gordon's a big body, and he looks like he's fast. But he came up, when he received the ball, he came up and he stopped, as opposed to when it comes to a kickoff, you've got to get the ball, come to your spot, and then break out. You can't be going back and forth in the backfield here. You have to find the seam and go through.
Jack Nordine, number 50, checked in for the Grizzlies on the defensive line. Dwayne Gordon gets the ball, bumps out to the right side. He tries to high step it, but that's not going to get him much any further. Cam Bond on the tackle, as well as number 43, the machine, Ethan Ruthier. Ethan Ruthier really racks up the amount of tackles every game. To have 11 tackles at this level and 2 sacks, that's pretty impressive.
He's always got his nose where the ball is. I mean,
that's good things happen when you go to the ball, right?
That's the name of the game. Go to the ball.
Priester set back with number 22 at his side. Stegman, fake to Stegman, right over to nowhere to go. Boy, wrapped up on the ankles was number 35. Great tackle again, Mike, was Joey Poisson, a freshman. So we're seeing on the offensive side, the defensive side, we're seeing the freshman get in there. And that's a nice tackle for a freshman on a varsity game.
Yeah, the whole defense moved in at the right side. He had no place to go, and I noticed that the backside was being covered by your guy. I forget what number 56 was
58,
it?
Timmy
58.
Como.
Yeah, he had no place to go.
Green wave again, Priester and Stegman. Priester rolls to his right-hand side. He's got some room, got a lot of room, in fact. Quick little snap. Pass is complete. Hey, that's a great pass at any level.
Absolutely.
Great pass on the run like that. That was number 29 on the reception. That's Vinny Panetta. Did we see who had the tackle on that? I didn't see. Yeah, I didn't quite see who had the tackle. But you know what, Mike? you like to see that. You want to see the Wave at least make something of it,
Well,
have
look,
some plays.
You know, the quarterback had a couple options. He could have run it.
Oh.
I thought he might, but
He would have had
he's
had
got
almost 8-10 yards just running
He's got
it.
a very good arm, and that was a great catch.
Priester with Stegman in the backfield. Man in motion is Gordon. He bumps out. It's going to go to Gordon. Gordon goes on to the right side, bumping out to the right, bouncing around players. Still on his feet, has the first down, but the Grizzlies don't want to give it to him. Oh, that's going to be close. We're looking at forward momentum, Mike.
I count 7 Grizzlies on that tackle.
Does it take 7 to take down one guy? I guess when you're 6 foot 180 and you can move like Gordon, it's going to take more than one Grizzly.
Oh, wow.
But that's another first down. That's 2 straight plays for the Green Wave with the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10. The ball on their Grizzly 26. Stegman to Priester's left. Oh, quick little pass by Priester out to Panetta. Panetta is going to be wrapped up. Nice tackle again. The fundamentals. It looked like that was number 47 on the tackle.
47.
47 is Wes Simmons, Jr. Again, there's a new name, a first name that we're hearing. So you can see that the coach is really throwing in a lot of players, a lot of different players. No one in the backfield with Priester. Priester is all alone in the shotgun. 8 minutes remaining. High snap again. He's rolling to his right. Quick pass. Oh, almost picked off. Looked like Pat Leahy.
Twice.
Pat Leahy was on the coverage. That's number 4. Pat has feet the size of water skis.
Really?
I was at a practice earlier in the season, and his sneakers, I asked him, what size? I think he's like a 14 or a 15. They're water skis, for Pete's sake, Mike. 3rd down with 1 yard to go on the 16-yard line for the Green Wave. Just under 8 minutes here remaining in the first half. Oh, we got Panetta here.
We got a
Vinny
little
Panetta.
Wildcat.
Yeah, a little Wildcat offense here. That's Gordon in motion. High snap again. Panetta keeps it really. Oh, boy, did he get it? I don't think he got it, Mike. 50 is Jack Nordine. He's a junior. He checked himself into the game on the last series.
They may have to check for this. They may.
Well,
They're going to check.
Yep. Okay, as we pick up action here, the Green Wave comes to the line. That's Jack Priester all alone in the backfield. Off to his left in the wide receiver position is Vinny Panetta. And number 15, Kristen Kennedy.
Nice
Whoa, wow, nice tackle right across the middle. That's
Number 44.
That 44 looks like a big kid. That's Jordan Cassette. He's a sophomore.
How big is he, Al?
You know what's funny, Mike, is we don't have those stats. Only the visiting teams have those stats, I guess.
Okay.
You know, I'd like to see those stats. Maybe our cameraman can put in a good word that we could get the year and the size and the height and the weight of our players. We have it all for the visiting teams, but we don't even have it for our own Grizzlies. Somebody step up, take a survey. Let's go. Priester, high snap again, Mike.
Oh, nice move.
Right over to Vinny
Nice
Panetta.
play.
He's going to be in the end zone. A little stiff arm. Yep, and
Nice
he's in the
play.
end zone. Green Wave score on the board. That'll be 6 points for the Green Wave. That's number 29. That's Vinny Panetta. He's 5'5", 150, and he, not sure, I don't know the year.
And now there was no way that the Goffstown defense could even see that kid.
Yeah.
He was the third person
Well, he's a sophomore.
that the quarterback actually touched. He actually gave him the ball. A hole opened up on the right side. He went in. Nice play by Goffstown. And guess what? They have not quit. They look like they're still engaged.
Oh, we got a
Little fake.
quick little action play. Yeah, he's going to go nowhere. That's number 15 on that play. That's Kristen Kennedy. Can't imagine he made it in, did he?
No, I don't think so.
No, there was a lot of Grizzlies on that.
That was dead. That was dead on arrival.
Yeah, that it really didn't look like that.
No.
Like almost even formative. Like
No,
it didn't even look like
it
from the
didn't.
beginning. It ended.
Yeah, I mean you'll see that in a variety of teams like Oregon, to name one, where they will set up on an extra point and see if you're going to come up and follow that formation. If you don't, they'll play it.
Sure.
But if you do cover it, then they come back to the original formation, kick the ball.
Yep.
On that one, the whole Goffstown Grizzly team was covering that. That man had no place to go. It was like he went into
He
a
probably
Bears-
wanted to call a timeout, Mike.
he went into the Grizzly den and he didn't come out.
How about we call a timeout and we rethink this, Coach?
I
right?
mean, that's
All right. Well, Mike, I will say this. So we've seen a lot of sprinkling around and adding some new players, but look at the potential returners. Connor Bork, Christian Marquis, and Frankie Diaz. I don't know which one, if you're the Green Wave, which one do you want to kick to? You don't want to kick to any of those guys.
no.
I would kick it probably to the midfield guys.
Well, I think that would be wise to kind of drop it right in the center
Sure.
by number 44.
That's Jordan Cassette. He's
yeah.
a sophomore.
Yeah, and I would try to put it there as opposed to kicking it to the deep three guys.
'Cause the
I mean,
deep
you don't
three
want to
will-
see. I mean, it's like choose your poison, right?
Yep. And unfortunately, there's no one good for them to kick to.
There's a little breeze going in that direction now. We might see one of them get it anyway.
Oh,
We
yeah,
will.
that's
We're
a big
gonna
kick.
See it. Yeah.
That's going to be Christian Marquis on the kickoff. He come right up the middle. He did get wrangled up. Wow, he's still He's moving that line 6 yards. I think it took 8 Green Wave to bring down Christian Marquis. Great
From
reception.
the time he got hit, he took another 10 yards. I mean, that's a running back.
That's a good play.
And then also on the defensive side, it's awful hard to stop a kid coming in that direction
Yeah.
with your hands around his neck.
That's right.
I mean, he's going to carry you 10 yards.
Not only can he run like that, but just as a reminder, that's the kid who had that nice open field block.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
And he happens to be my neighbor.
they should put a little Grizzly little icon on his head, on his helmet. You know, when you make a hit like that.
Right.
You
Oh,
see
is
at
that what they
Ohio
do? Yeah.
State, other places. Just put a little bit of a Grizzly right on his helmet for a hit like that.
That's a great idea.
That's a great thing.
Nick Moquin, man in motion, Christian Marquis. He's got a lot of room and a lot of speed on the left side. Oh, just about the first down mark. He might be just a little bit short, Mike.
Yeah, about a yard.
But, again, as you were talking earlier in the first quarter, that's a lot of momentum to try to slow down. And when you're a defensive player and you're caught on your heels and you have Christian Marquis running full throttle like that, that's going to be a tough job to bring someone like that down.
Absolutely. Now, if I'm the offensive coordinator for Grizzlies, you can pull something else like that and give it to the tailback
Sure.
and let him run right up the middle, because eventually that's what they're going to loosen up the line and give it to him.
Nick Moquin in the shotgun right over to Damian
Okay,
Jackson.
now he comes
Has
the
room
other
on the
way.
right-hand side. First down and more. That's Damian Jackson, number 27. He's a junior for the Grizzlies. Moving the chains as we cross midfield. It's going to be 1st and 10 in the Green Wave zone with just about 6 minutes remaining in the half.
And right now, the Green Wave has no answer to anything that the Goffstown's doing. Nick Moquin looks really good, looks very mature at his position.
Sophomore quarterback fakes the handoff, rolls to his left. Under pressure, gets it out to Frankie Diaz on the left. He has 5, he has more, he has 10. He's going to go on the sideline. He's toe tapping all the way down to the sideline. He's out at about the 15-yard line.
No, I think they're going to call him out at about the 28.
Oh, that's soon.
Yeah.
You know what's nice about Nick Moquin is, again, composure under pressure. Obviously a very, very small quarterback being, chased down.
I'm very impressed with his composure and also his ability to release a quick ball. Very, very nice release.
So again, we'll go with Nick Moquin and Damian Jackson to his right. This time, right out to Damian Jackson on the left. He bounces out. Oh, he swung right down. Out on that coverage was number 61 for the Green Wave. That's Chris Rogers.
I think that's
Chris Rogers, 5'10". He's a junior.
I think that's the first negative play that Goffstown's had this whole game. And we're still in the second period with
Lots of
5:14
all-purpose.
to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Now, I'll refer to this in a second, Al.
Moquin in the shotgun. Keeps it himself right up the middle. There's a big hole.
Nice
He
play.
dances around, picks up about 5 yards on the play. 66 on the tackle for the Green Wave. That's Dylan Russell.
And Goffstown is preparing for who? Are they playing Memorial next week?
Give me one moment, Mike.
I've seen a number of coaches here that are preparing to play the Grizzlies.
I believe I've seen some Memorial players here as
and
well.
and I saw some Memorial coaches. I'm just wondering if they're not playing them next week.
Moquin keeps it himself again, goes right up the gut. Bounces to the left side, first down and more. Down at about the 10-yard line. Grizzlies 1st and 10, moving the chains with Nick Moquin.
First down and 10 for the Grizzlies. On their 12, on Dover's 12-yard line.
Next week, September the 20th versus Exeter.
Okay.
We will play Memorial, let's say, last game of the year,
Oh, okay.
November 1st. Number 45 with a nice little spin move on the play for the Grizzlies. Number 45 is Ethan Houle. He's a junior, a new face on the squad.
Second down and about 3. Second and 8.
Nick Moquin with Ethan Houle to his right. Frankie Diaz in motion. Going to give it to Frank. Oh, we're going to get a false start, I believe, on the Grizzlies. Looks like a 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Grizzlies at about 17-yard line.
5-yard penalty, still second down.
Frankie Diaz in motion. Moquin keeps it himself right up the middle. Looks like he was almost horse-collared by number 61. That's Chris Rogers.
Yeah, I think they're setting up this defense for one of the backs coming in the backfield around the quarterback, because if he had handed off to, I think it was number 9, Brock Hines, he would have gone a long way because there was nobody there.
Grizzlies taking their time. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the first half with the score of 31-6. Moquin and Houle. Moquin keeps it himself right up the middle. He's got a touchdown. That's Nick Moquin, number
Nice
12
fake.
for the Grizzlies.
Nice, very nice fake.
It's nice, he's able to spread out that offense,
And that's what
spread out the defense, and then it just opens up the hole. And
You got to give credit to where credit is due. The offensive line for Goffstown is well coached. They're holding their blocks, and the holes are huge. Well trained, Al.
helps to have some big bodies on that line. Extra point is good for the Grizzlies. We got a perfect performance here by number 52. That's again Sam Heidenreich. He's hit every kick, field goal that he's attempted today, Mike.
Well, they're perfect, and it's 38-6.
The only thing about playing on a day like today where it's a little chilly is all those starters, and now probably getting a little chilly out there.
Well, you got to pull out the overcoats now,
That's
Al. This
right, yeah.
summer's over.
Summer's over.
This is New England football. In fact, I just was reading in the newspaper that it was snowing in Colorado.
No.
So we're coming into that time of year, football-wise anyway, that the summer, the humidity's gone, and now we're into real football. This is smack-mouth football here in New England, isn't it, huh?
It sure is.
I'm very impressed with the discipline, with the overall execution of what Goffstown trying to do, even with the underclassmen.
Sure.
They're not making a lot of mistakes. They look very, very well coached.
Dwayne Gordon and Vinny Panetta set back to receive. Looks like Panetta will take that one for the Green Wave. He slips up right there on the coverage. Quickly on the coverage was Caleb Pinard. Got kind of an arm on him. And
Carter Cormier was in there right on top of him.
which one?
Carter Cormier, number 30.
Number 30, yeah. Another freshman. Let's hope that the Green Wave does a running play and keeps the clock running a little bit here, Mike.
Well, they've got their first team in there, so they should be able to.
They should be able to. Well, and then
bit.
they did the last time. They moved the chains twice, three times. So we have Priester in motion is 29. That's Vinny Panetta. Quick pass to Dwayne Gordon out on the side. He has some room. He's going to make an advance. Frankie Diaz is there. Number 8 was there for the Grizzlies, Tyler Small. And also Frankie Diaz on the tackle.
Jordan Cossette, number 44 for the Grizzlies.
Yep.
Gave him a fine how do you do.
Looks like a big kid, doesn't he?
I'll tell you what, he popped him right in the chest. He finished him off very good. It looks like he's playing linebacker for the Grizzlies.
Looks like outside linebacker.
They stood him up, and he came in and gave him a tattoo right on his chest.
Priester set back. Gordon in motion. Stegman. Priester takes it, bounces up. Number 47. That's a nice tackle again. Wrapped him up. Wes Simmons. Picked up of about 3 yards on the play for the Green Wave. It'll be second down with 7 yards to go.
You know, Jack Norton, number 50, had him right by the legs. You had somebody on the top and somebody, Norton down at the bottom doing the grunt work, but he was going no place because he had him by both legs.
Yep.
Nice tackle on both guys.
Priester set back in the shotgun, 2 steps back. Quick pass, he airs it up, and there's must be miscue or something there, Mike, because it was Frankie Diaz and it was Josh Bethune were the only ones even close to the ball.
Yeah, there was no air under that ball either, Al. He just flatlined it down the field, and there was no way anybody was going to get a hold of that one. Brandon Prue, I mean, he's 6'2" for Dover, and it wasn't even anywhere close to him.
No.
3rd and 6 for the Green Wave.
Priester set back with Stegman to his right. Roland to his right. He's got a lot of room. Airs it up. Oh, pass intended, I think, for number 22, but that's Pat Leahy. Went right through his hands on that play.
Bring up 4th down for the Green Wave.
They say that's why they play defensive back as opposed to running as a wide receiver.
Right.
That went right through his hands.
Yes.
But he you know, certainly on his defense, he never expected that ball would come directly to him.
And it came pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, and it goes to show you that the quarterback for Dover has a very good very good arm. Priester's got a very nice release. Not a lot of help, but
he's a junior this year. So he's got another year coming back. Priester set back, 2 steps back, looking to pass, airs it up to number 6, Dwayne Gordon. Bumped right away on
nice
the play
tackle
by number 8, Tyler Small, but on the tackle,
84. Frankie
Diaz. Yeah, Frankie's always there.
That was the perfect setup. Diaz just picked him up by both legs and dumped him.
1st and 10 for the Green Wave as they come across midfield. 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Priester in the shotgun all alone in the back, looking to pass, looks to his right. He's going right.
Nice.
Easy
Oh!
pickoff. Couldn't
He
have
could
been
go all the
easier,
way.
number 14.
He could.
That's
go.
Peyton Bigford. Oh, boy. I mean, Mike, it's almost like he tried to throw it right to Peyton Bigford there. Nice defensive interception.
I didn't see anybody in the zip code he was throwing to.
No,
Al.
I didn't even see a green shirt.
I didn't see anybody. I think it could have been a misread on the
Misroute.
Well, misroute or a misread by the quarterback. I'm not sure where the mistake was made, but like I said, there wasn't anybody in that county.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think the Grizzlies going to run out the
Just
clock.
run out the
Just
clock,
run out the clock.
sure.
It's the half. It's 47 seconds
Yeah.
for the half.
Tomorrow, it's going to be 16 tomorrow on September the 14th. So we should lead the crowd in a song or just wish her a big old happy birthday.
You know, well, the weather's held up. It's
weather-
cool,
oh, yeah.
but there's no rain yet, which is good. It's not a sloppy game.
Nick Mogulin and Ethan Houle in motion is Frankie Diaz. Frankie Diaz has it. Wow, he has a lot of room. He's going to break
He
out
can
to the
go.
outside. If he breaks this one, he's there. Drag down. Nope. Brought down at about the 24-yard line, looks like. Don't know why the clock isn't running unless someone called a
It was a
timeout.
first down.
Oh, they're moving the chain. Okay. Yep. Clock is moving now. Again, Ethan Houle to the left of Nick Moquin.
I think we're going to see a play to the left side, some sort of a pass. No.
Ethan Houle right up the middle. Still on his feet. Picks up about 3, maybe 4 yards on that play.
That should be the last
should be
one.
the last play here. That'll bring us to a close. Fans, if you're watching at home, just imagine how much fun it would be if you were here live. We will have 2 live broadcasts this season coming up. Dates to be determined. Keep an eye out around town. You'll see some posters. You'll see some signs if you can't make it out. Otherwise, come on out and enjoy the Grizzly game. We'll come right back. We'll see you for third quarter action. Bye-bye. Okay, folks, Grizzly fans, welcome back to the second half action where your Grizzlies lead 38-6 over the Green Wave. I'm joined again by Mike Shaughnessy. And what do you think so far, Mike?
Well, all I know is that the wave is coming from the Grizzlies and not from the Green Wave.
And it's a tidal wave, as we said
Yeah,
earlier.
it is.
Grizzlies kick
Nice
off.
kick.
Right to Dwayne Gordon. Goes up on the left side. He has some running room. He's got some speed, too. Right up about midfield. Dragged out of bounds by number 35. That's Joey Poisson, another freshman there, Mike.
And the
So-
longest play of the day for
For the Wave.
the Wave.
You know, so even on offense, defense, and special teams, we're seeing the freshmen, we're seeing the sophomores sprinkled into these play mixes, which is kind of nice.
Well, it's a real reward for working hard in the fall, coming out here, practicing every week with the upperclassmen, and getting a chance to play.
Priester set back in the shotgun. To his left is Stegman. Right to Stegman, right up the middle. Nowhere to go. Wow, brought down really quick, really hard by Joey Poisson. Again, another a freshman. Nice 2 quick tackles here by Joey Poisson.
Joey just shed the blocker and was standing right in the hole to tackle the Dover runner. Nice play. Using his hands, his technique was perfect.
Oh, Mike, we're getting a couple raindrops here.
I just felt a few.
Oh, boy.
That's okay. Maybe
Lucky us.
Maybe it's going to
You know, last year we went all season, Mike, without a raindrop. Priester set back in the shotgun. Stegman to his left. Vinny Panetta in motion. Takes 2 steps back, looking to pass on the left. Oh, met right away. That's going to be a fumble.
No, I don't think they're going to say it's incomplete.
He didn't make a football move.
No, I don't think so.
Pass was intended for number 6. That's Dwayne Gordon. grab my umbrella? Would you grab my umbrella? It fell down. Right, I gotta go. It's down at the bottom. Oh, actually, folks, we're experiencing technical difficulties here. It's out in the rain. Everyone's scrambling for their umbrellas.
How's that?
That's good. Let's see.
Stevens back to punt.
Frankie Diaz set back for the Grizzlies to receive special teams.
Nice
That's the
kick.
first clean punt that they've been able to kick. Diaz with the clean catch, bounces off to the left-hand side. He's got some open space, makes a move. Nice stiff arm. Brought down, brought right back up. It's going to take two to wrestle him down. We're going to have a personal foul, Mike. Wrestled down was number 86. That's Nick Hendrickson. Frankie Diaz gave him a nice little stiff arm, but we're going to have a personal foul.
I'll tell you what, Al. Getting Diaz down was like me trying to get a bluefish in the boat.
Yeah.
I mean, that kid there put up a great fight. And they grabbed him by the face mask.
Yeah. Well, we have
And
one
look,
Dover
we're-
fan not quite happy with that call, but clearly there was a personal foul on that
Well,
play.
and not only that, Al, the referee was standing right on the spot.
Sure. Great coverage by the official to be right there in the right place to make a call like that. Grizzlies will have 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line.
And I think what fans don't understand sometimes is the devastation that can happen when you have a runner and his face mask is pulled while he's running.
Boatman hands off to Hool. Tackled by number 29 and number 15.
You good? Yeah, I'm good.
29 Panetta. Kennedy. Second down, gaining 4 on the play.
Well, it doesn't seem to be increasing, Al.
No,
on
it might
the-
even
on
be
the
slowing down.
precipitation,
No,
maybe.
that's nice.
Slowly.
The Doppler radar looks like a little bit of a system could come through here.
Yeah, they
Nick
said
Moquin
that.
in the shotgun.
Yeah.
Ethan Hool. No,
Nice hole.
right up the middle. Pickup of about 8 yards on the play by little Nick Moquin.
Well, they had a second and about 6, it looks like, and he got up
Got about 4 yards on the play. It's
4,
3rd
I
and
guess.
2.
Yeah.
And, you know, Mike, as we predicted at the beginning, you know, that's the smart thing to do is we don't need to air the ball out. Do some running plays. Get that clock going. We're just shy of the running
Yeah.
clock rule. Nick Moquin again right up the middle. He gets first down, so the Grizzlies will move the chains forward. Progressing will move the chains. 1st and 10 as we approach midfield.
I'll tell you what, Al. Nick Moquin is not afraid to run with the football.
No, for a small little feisty little fella, he's kind of like a Fisher cat almost, right? I mean,
He's a type of kid that sticks his nose in there, and he's tough to see, and he's shifty, and he's got heart. He's what you want at that position.
Moquin in the shotgun. Hands it off to Ethan Hool around to the left side. Has one guy to. Whoa! We got another foul. Wow, he got crushed. We got 2 flags coming down in this play. On the tackle was number 15 by the Green Wave.
I'm not sure.
That's
what
Kristen Kennedy.
I'm not sure what the first flag was. I think the second one was face mask.
Let's see what we got. We do have 2 flags. Holding. Goffstown.
Face
Face
mask.
mask.
That's what I thought.
They will offset each other. Repeat, first down.
Against Goffstown, face mask committed by Dover. Again, penalties on
Okay, well, we'll have 1st and 10 with just under 10 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
the ball was at Goffstown's 46-yard line. First down.
Moquin right off to Ethan Hool, right up the middle, picks up an easy 6 yards real quickly. As he crosses midfield, Ethan Houle is down. On the tackle was number 57, that's Nicholas Legault, and number 15, Christian Kennedy. Nick Moquin and Ethan Houle are just kind of marching down the field and keeping the ball on the ground. Nick's going to keep it himself. Right back towards the middle, picks up. Oh, looks
Nice
like a
run.
first down.
Nice run. I think it was number 22 for Dover. Should have had him in the backfield, and he slipped away. Got a first down.
That's going to move the chains for the Grizzlies, Mike. And so now we'll have 1st and 10 from the Green Wave 44-yard line. Making slow, steady progress.
Well, I'm a little surprised that they're doing as well as they are, because look at the Dover defense. They're creeping up to the line. If they pass the ball, there's going to be a lot of room.
Moquin fumbles the ball.
Looks like Dover got it.
Looks like Dover's going to have that ball 1st and 10. Yep, Dover has it at their own 45-yard line. First turnover for the Grizzlies today.
Yeah.
As opposed to last week, the turnovers that hurt the Grizzlies last week were the two important ones. One was an interception, a pick six. Concord came back and gave it to him, and certainly a fumble recovery where they then again went on and scored. So turnovers are certainly costly at any level of gameplay.
It certainly is. I mean, you got to protect the ball, especially at quarterback position, handing off.
Yep. Priester set back. Stegman faked handoff. Priester rolls to his right-hand side. He's under big pursuit by Pat Leahy. And it's interception. It's picked off. Grizzlies have another turnover right at midfield. That's number 45, Ethan Houle. So not even on running the ball, but obviously on the defensive side of the ball, he shows that he's worth his medal, and he picks off that pass.
The Goffstown defense was set up for it, but I have to tell you that if the quarterback, if Priester had looked downfield,
he had a guy wide open.
87 was wide open. All he had to do was heave it up there, and he would have run under it for a touchdown. He just didn't look downfield.
Moquin from the shotgun keeps himself right up the middle. He's dragged down by a few of the Green Wave. Picks up about 1 yard, though. Oh, we got a new quarterback, number 14. I'm sorry. That's Peyton Bigford.
Now, what year is he in, Al?
Is another quarterback.
Is he a freshman?
No, he's also a sophomore, like Nick Moquin. Peyton keeps himself, rolls to the right-hand side. Nice pass to Frankie Diaz out in the flats. He's got some room. He's got a lot of room. Frankie Diaz is going to run all the way in the corner.
Gone.
Oh, boy, he just broke number 12's ankles on that play. Frankie Diaz in the end zone with the touchdown. Boy, did you just see those combos? When you have a defender, you juggle. It's the same with hockey, Mike. You get him going one way, he can't come back as quick as you can laterally move.
And Diaz is a mover and shaker. He just he zigged and zagged in a quick way, as opposed to what happened in the first half. He just went the whole distance.
That was Frankie is only a sophomore. Bigford is a sophomore. Moquin is a sophomore. Next couple of years.
That bodes well for the Goffstown
Absolutely,
program.
it does.
And they actually had Diaz in a couple of different possibilities there for tackles, but he just broke some tackles, made a couple of turns, and that was it. Beautiful cut.
Extra
nice
point.
kick.
Again, good. That's Sam Heidenreich with the extra point. 45-6, your Grizzlies lead over the Green Wave. Just seeing Peyton run with that ball, it's neat to say that Goffstown has a Peyton quarterback too. So, he's rolling off to the right-hand side. He looked very comfortable holding that ball, gripping that ball, made a nice little pump fake, and then he delivered a nice pass right over about probably 10 yards to Frankie Diaz.
I'm very impressed with the underclassmen and their poise, their discipline. That takes coaching. And, hats off to the coaching staff here at Goffstown High School.
Just over 7 minutes remain here in the third quarter. Set back to receive for Dover is 22. That's Nathan Stegman, and number 12, Terry Stevens. Grizzlies, nice kick
Nice kick.
to Stegman. I'm sorry, no, that's Panetta. He's got some room. Boy, he's making it out to the outside, right on the sideline. Number 35. Oh, wow, he's dodging all sorts of tackles. Finally finishing him off is number 25, Josh Bethune. But he certainly broke a lot of tackles there.
Did a nice job, fast, but the Goffstown defense caught up with him.
Well, at least that clock is ticking away, Mike. That's always nice.
Yeah. If you're Dover, you
Yeah.
can't get out of here fast enough.
No. Priester set in the shotgun. Vin Panetta bumps to the outside. Under coverage. Dragged right down by, that's Jordan Cassette again. You know, we've said his name a couple of times today. He's done a fine job on special teams as well as the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, we have a man down.
Yeah, it looks like Vincenzo Panetta is down on the play.
Looks like he hurt his leg, but he's getting off under his own power.
Oh, that's
so.
always good. Well, you take a look at our trainer. Our trainer has her leg in a boot.
What happened to her?
I'm not quite sure. She had some surgery about a month ago, but she's got a little gimp leg, and that's Bethany. She does a fine job. She's a full-time trainer. She's at all the games. She's at the hockey games. She's at the basketball games. Does an awful lot and does a super job for the Grizzlies. And great relationship with the kids.
That's great.
Priester 2 steps back, looking to pass real quick. Oh, wide open. Wide open was number 12. Trey Stevens was wide open.
Allie hit him right in the hands, right in the stomach. And like most times when they dropped that ball, he was about to turn. He was
looking to where he was going before he
Exactly.
received the ball.
Yeah, that's it. You have to look that ball right into your hands, and it's the difference between catching the ball or making a big play.
Yep.
And there was nobody around him. He had plenty of yardage there.
Priester 2 steps back, looking to go deep. Has a man open. It's
Nice.
caught. First down and more. Finally dragged down by number 25. That's Josh Bethune. On the reception for the Green Wave was 27. That's Jaden Teves.
So I noticed the clock is still moving, Al.
Which is nice.
So they have, even though it's a first
Okay,
down,
so
they're
now that
still
they've
moving the clock.
okay, good. So now they picked up the 35-point spread. So now
Gotcha.
it'll be running time the rest of the game,
And I think
unless the
that's
spread is narrowed.
Right,
It's a very good rule for both teams.
right.
Green Wave, handoff, bumps to the outside. Really nowhere to go. Kind of slips up on the play. On the coverage was number 4, Pat Leahy, and 35, Joey Poisson.
Tackled by number 4 and number 35 for Goffstown. Joey Poisson and Pat Leahy. Second down and 10 for Dover.
Priester set back, looking to move. Nope, roll, bumps out to his left. Has a lot of green space, a lot of room to go. He might make the end zone. Just out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Coverage on the play was number 35, Joey Poisson.
That's
as well as number 2. That's Colton Seidel.
That's the first time, I believe, that I've seen their quarterback, Priester, actually take the ball as a play.
Throughout the game here, we've seen a lot of room where he has the opportunity to run, and it seems like he just rather stay back in the pocket and roll out and bank a pass.
Yeah.
But he's had a lot of options where he's had the opportunity and hasn't taken.
And that would put a whole lot more pressure on the defense if he did.
Yeah, right up the middle, Priester hands it off to number 27, really gets nowhere. That's Jaden Teves again, but not much action on that play. Looks like Vinny Panetta checks himself back into the game. He was that injured player for the Green Wave on the last possession.
That's good to see, an injured player come back.
Green Wave set back, right over. Oh, right to Panetta. He's dragged down, but they're in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Green Wave is in the end zone. We're going to have another 6 points for the Wave. You know, just simply for their organization, you almost want
Absolutely.
you want them to put the ball in the end zone a couple of times.
Yeah.
Kieran Lombard is on for the point after attempt.
Point after attempt for the Green Wave.
They can get their man in place.
Number 76 has to get into position somewhere.
I think that's the ideal picture of a lumbering lineman.
Yeah. Extra point is up. It's low,
Whoa.
but it's good. They are on the board. It will be 45-13 with just under 2 minutes here in the third quarter.
So they stopped the clock.
They did. Yep.
It's under the 35-point
Right.
rule. Most of the fans know that, Al?
No, it's interesting. I was during the halftime break. We were discussing it with a couple different folks, and not many people are aware of it. You know, in hockey, it's a I believe it's a 6-goal spread. After you reach the third period, will be running time.
So what happens when one team is 35 points or more than the other?
Yes.
The clock runs
run.
regardless.
Well, it looks as though the clock has stopped, so it means that now Dover got within 35, so now
Right.
the clock goes back to being stop time. I guess they think maybe they're on a comeback.
It's called a mercy rule. I think I've played in some teams where
We got new faces here, Mike, getting ready to receive. We got Frankie Diaz in the middle. We have number 25, Josh Bethune. And is that number 30? That's Carter Comier, a freshman.
yeah.
Nice. Green Wave set to kick off. Kick is deep. It's going to head on to Josh Bethune, number 85. Rolling up the middle, bouncing out. Oh, right up the middle. Bounces out to the outside.
Whoa.
Just can't make that. Big number 54 for the Green Wave on the tackle. That's Nate Chapman. Grizzlies will be first and 10
On the 35.
on
They're
the 35-yard line.
Return by number 85.
Nice return.
Out to the 36-yard line for a Grizzly first down.
Peyton Bigford, another sophomore at the quarterback position. To his left is big number 44, Jordan Cassette.
He's been
Right up the
playing
middle.
great
He looks like a
defense.
fullback. Boy, they're going to be a
Great
lot to
depth.
take him down. Look at,
Yeah.
he's moving the whole pile.
First
And that's
down.
a first down, Jordan
First
Cassette.
down.
Boy, what a nice play by Jordan. What a big kid, strong legs, and keeps that pile hole moving.
That's it. That's it. That's what you want out of that position right there on that play.
It's going to be first and 10 for the Grizzlies from their own 47-yard line. this may be one more play before we'll enter the fourth quarter.
I mean, they've been running the clock now.
Yeah. Peyton hand up right off to Jordan one more time, but now he bumps out to the left, has a first down and more again up the sideline. Finally dragged out of bounds by number 84, Morgan Dudley. But boy, Jordan is certainly making an impact here in that in that position. I mean, he's a big kid.
He bounced outside. He's got some speed.
And Mike, that does bring us to the end of the quarter. So we'll start the fourth quarter with the score of 45-13.
Next week we play Exeter.
Yes.
And, you know, after a game like this, the trick for the coaches is they're going to get these kids to believe they're not as good as what the score said that they
Sure.
were. Because Exeter's got an excellent program, tough team. They're going to be a tough game. And so the task for the coaches this week is they actually got to play better. They have to be
Sure.
thinking that we really have a tough team to play, and they got to come ready to play next week.
Well, you don't want the kids resting on their laurels. You don't want them taking a little bit, hey, well, you know, we had an easy going of this.
Right.
Every week it's a different ball game. It's a different opponent, certainly. But it is nice to see the Grizzlies take the defending state champs down to the wire. Then they come out and they, you know, certainly make a statement showing that they can beat another D1
Sure.
opponent. Peyton Big right off to Jordan. Jordan really had nowhere to go. Green Wave was all over on that coverage, led by number 31. That's Jalen Noseworthy.
Well, it's a great name for those guys.
Noseworthy, yeah. Peyton set back. Keeps it himself. Nope. Right over to Jordan. Ball boy. Brought down. Probably about 3 yards shy of the first down. Pickup of about 7 yards on the play.
Nice run. Just had one player to beat and then cut back across the middle.
Just looks like a strong runner, Mike.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you.
I mean, he's built like a nice fullback.
Yeah, he's a linebacker.
So he can take a hit
Yeah.
and give one.
Yeah. He's a big boy.
Peyton keeps it himself right up the middle. Does a nice job of spreading out the defense. That's first down and more. He's all alone. He's going to be in the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, Grizzlies.
Touchdown.
That'll put the Grizzlies at 51.
Number 14,
Peyton Bigford,
Peyton Bigford, a sophomore.
sophomore quarterback. Him and Nick Moquin are both sophomores.
What a problem to have.
What a great problem to have when
geez.
you have that.
You have two quarterbacks that are sophomores that are very mature.
Point after is up. And it's good.
It's good.
Boy, he's been great today. I should have had him in my fantasy league as a kicker. How many points I've had?
Yeah. Well, I think the clock's going to be running here from now on out.
Oh, I hope so, Mike. Grizzlies lead 52-13 with just about 10 and a half minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
You know, you look at Major College. Well, you look at Major College football, and on the opening weekend 2 weeks ago, I think Clemson beat somebody by 70. I think it was South Carolina State or something.
Oh, boy.
And they had like 72. And I know in that league, they're all vying for a position to get into the top positions to play for the final championship. But but they don't have any mercy rule.
No, they don't. And, I've done a lot of coaching of hockey in the past, and especially when you go to tournaments, you hate to say it, but you have to score as many goals as you can.
That's it.
Because if you're in a spread tournament and you're matched up, it's all about goals for.
That's part of the equation. They're
Correct.
gonna look at the goals scored.
Grizzlies set to kick off. Green Wave will start from their own 20. It's bobbled. It's now picked up. He's going to have a tough time of that one. Yep, Grizzlies will bring him right down. That's a gaggle of Grizzlies. He really had nowhere to go. That's number 31 for the Tide. That's Jalen Noseworthy. You like to see that coverage, Mike. I mean, he certainly had nowhere to go.
It reminds me of seeing some of these shows on the Discovery Channel and showing all these lionesses jumping on a wildebeest. I mean,
that's what it was.
All I could see there was white and maroon with no green.
You're right. We couldn't even see a green shirt. Green Wave has a new quarterback for them. That's number 11. That's John Cantwell. So it looks as though the Green Wave want to sprinkle around their players as well and give some of the younger talent a little bit of some options here.
Well, he ran 15 yards on that play, except it was sideways.
That's a freshman quarterback. Freshman. John Cantwell, number 11.
They got to learn to go north-south as opposed to east-west when they get the ball. He still lost 2 yards.
Green Wave set back in the shotgun. Bad snap, bobbled, picked up. Oh, nowhere to go. He's going to get creamed.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, that's just boy.
A little bit anxious on this quarterback.
Yep.
Trying to make something happen. Took his eye. It's just like the receiver we talked about earlier.
That's Sam Malone on the tackle. Sorry, Mike.
He took his eye off of the ball, trying to make the play before he had.
Well, it's also he's a freshman. He sees these big guys coming at him. I'm sure there's a little bit of some butterflies circling around.
Yeah.
Devin Caddy is the running back for the Wave. He steps back. That quarterback's going deep. Boy, he's airing it out. That's dangerous. Easy interception for the Grizzlies. Easy interception for number 26. That's TJ Hurley as he dives across midfield. Grizzlies will be in Green Wave territory again for 1st and 10. But, Mike, the best news is now we have less than 8 minutes remaining on the clock, and it is running time.
Yeah, and what a thrill it is to be the deep safety at this age and at their development on this football team and getting a pick. In a game like this.
Sure.
I'll tell you what, that's gonna bode well for later on in the Goffstown program.
Kind of gutsy for the freshman quarterback for the Green Wave to air up a ball like that.
Well, if you're on the losing side, you got to take some shots and you got to allow the mistakes to happen. I mean, what difference does it make when it's 52 or 72?
Sure.
You still got to play football. And I'm sure this coach is looking down the road a couple of years.
Well, as the rain starts to be a little bit heavier here, the Grizzlies are looking to pick up another first down. They get about 2 yards on the play. On the carry is number 30. That's Carter Cormier. That's a freshman again. Right back to Carter, bounces along midfield. Wow, he's dropped right away.
Number 43.
43 for the Wave. He ripped him down. And
nice tackle. But I am impressed, Al, with the way these quarterbacks from Goffstown are handling the ball on these quick plays, handling the ball, handing it off. There can be a lot of problems with that. I mean,
we've seen some nice connections between, obviously Casey Gervais and Connor Bork, the starting quarterbacks. But then with Nick Moquin and Tyler Small, that was a nice connection as well as sophomores. Bickford bumps out. He's got first down and more. He's got a lot of space. We got a flag well behind the play here, Mike, right at midfield. But that's a behind the play call there.
It's either a clip or a hold, one or the other.
It did stop the clock.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Yep, we have a holding on Goffstown.
Holding.
It's a shame it stopped the clock, though.
Yeah, I'm surprised that. Yeah, I guess you really do have to stop it when there's a penalty because they take a lot of time, and you still want to play the game.
Now, like you said, we might see some more turnover. This ball is probably going to get a little slippery.
3rd and 21. You might see a pass here, possibly.
Bickford comes under center in the shotgun. Keeps it himself, goes right up the middle. You're not going to get 31 yards, 21 yards that way, but that's okay. That'll keep the clock going.
That was a design play, not to get big yardage.
Yep.
It was a design play just to eat up some time. But this also gives Goffstown a chance to use their special teams, punting, punt block. Your coverage people need to be downfield. And this all, if you didn't do that.
If you just keep going and score touchdowns, the special teams doesn't get any action.
That's exactly right. And you want to use your special teams because there'll be games when they can win or lose a game for you.
Sure. Peyton set back with a little punt. Oh, more height than distance. Right across midfield. Well, but we did get a Grizzly bounce. It'll be at about the 40-yard line, 41-yard line. The Green Wave will take over 1st and 10 with about 4:20 remaining on the clock.
It almost looked from this vantage point as if the punter almost kicked the the running back in the
ball certainly
bottom side of the southern exposure there.
He got good height on that play.
Well, he did, and having punted in high school, I've done the same thing. Only on one of the plays, on one occasion, the ball went straight up and went backwards. So I tried to find a hole in the middle of the field to hide, but there is none. Let's see if Dover can score one here.
In for quarterback for the Green Wave is number 5. That's Carson Webb, another freshman. Look, the bounce outside, tripped up right away by number 40, Caleb Picard. Tripped up the Green Wave.
Very, very nice tackle. Caleb was right in there quick, and he turned it in and tackled him right at the just about the line of scrimmage.
Green Wave set back, quick pass.
Nice
Ugad's a receiver.
Nice pass.
Excellent
nice
pass by the Green Wave.
Nice play.
Tackled by number 37. That's David Deschaines. He's a junior for the Grizzlies. But that was a nice pass to number, what was that, 17, Mike?
Yes.
That's Angel Sagara for the Green Wave as they move the chains 1st and 10.
He threaded the needle right between the safety and the corner, and he got him right in stride. It was a beautiful pass. Nice long pass. The coach for Dover's got to be very happy with what he's seeing here.
Seeing that, technically that was your 4th-string quarterback.
Yeah.
That was should
very
be the
nice
2nd-string quarterback. Nice play.
He threw it beautifully.
Just at the 2-minute mark here in the 4th quarter with the Grizzlies lead, 52-13. Green Wave have their ball on the Grizzly 23. Pumps to the outside, but nowhere to go. Wow, right on the coverage
Number
immediately.
87.
87, that's Brad Beliveau. He was
Number
right there
35,
on the coverage.
the the outside linebacker.
That's Joey Poisson. That's a freshman again.
Both did a great job of turning the corner, and I can see new jerseys in there for
Oh,
for
absolutely.
Goffstown. Number 75, I think it's
75 is Joe Small. He's a regular. No, I think
74. The nose guide, and number
Yep.
74. 74 is one of the fellas. that are
Lane
in-
Krug. Yeah, he's a big boy. He enters the game. Just about a minute remaining. Green Wave looking to strike one more time. Wow, in on the coverage right away is 45 Ethan Houle. He got away on that one. Wow. Got a nice block, too, downfield.
He couldn't wrap him up.
Not quite a first down, but that's going to bring us just under 1 minute. He might be able to get off one play, Mike.
Oh yeah. And I mean, if you're the coach, I mean, why not go for the end zone here?
Of course.
See if they can't score one more.
This is probably going to be the last play. Green Wave with under. Quick little pass, deflected. Oh!
They shut it off.
There's no sound. How about now? Oh, there we go. We're back.
Yeah,
Okay.
back live.
Oh, with 7 seconds left, Mike, our job is done here.
We'll see.
Let's see
5,
one more
4,
play.
3,
4 seconds.
2,
The Green Wave, 2
1.
seconds. Are they going
won't
to get it up?
off. They won't get it off.
No, they won't get it off.
That's
Well,
the
fans, thanks for joining. The Grizzlies win this one easily over Dover, 52-13.